Yesterday he died. A crowd watched, a centurion testified. A man named Joseph took the body down, wrapped it in linen, and laid it in a new tomb before the Sabbath began. The stone was rolled into place. That was Friday. Today is Saturday, the Sabbath. Nothing is happening. At least, nothing anyone can see. The disciples are scattered, the women are home, the chief priests are satisfied, the city is quiet. And the most important event in the history of the universe is underway, behind a stone that no one is watching. Before we read, take a breath. Believe Jesus is with you right now, exactly where you are. Ask him, where are you? Look with the eyes of your heart until you sense him near. Fix your gaze there and hear this with him beside you. If you haven't heard the introduction episode yet, start there first. Link is in the description. Here is what happened on this holy Saturday. Matthew chapter 27, verses 62 through 66. 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 18 through 22. Ephesians chapter 4, verses 8 through 10. Colossians chapter 2, verses 14 and 15. The Christian Standard Bible. The next day, which followed the preparation day, the chief priests and the Pharisees gathered before Pilate and said, "Sir, we remember that while this deceiver was still alive, he said, 'After 3 days I will rise again.' So give orders that the tomb be made secure until the third day. Otherwise, his disciples may come, steal him, and tell the people, 'He has been raised from the dead.' And the last deception will be worse than the first." "You have a guard of soldiers," Pilate told them. "Go and make it as secure as you know how." They went and secured the tomb by setting a seal on the stone and placing the guard. That was from Matthew, the only recorded event from the Gospels this Saturday. What follows is not visible to anyone standing in Jerusalem. The stone is in place, the seal has not been broken, the guards are at their post. But Peter, Paul, writing to Ephesus and Colossae, pull back the curtain. Hear what was happening on the other side of the tomb. Christ was put to death in the flesh, but made alive by the Spirit, in which he also went and made proclamation to the spirits in prison, who in the past were disobedient, when God patiently waited in the days of Noah while the ark was being prepared. In the ark, a few people, that is, 8, were saved through water. Baptism, which corresponds to this, now saves you, not as the removal of dirt from the body, but as an appeal to God for a good conscience, through the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who has gone into heaven and is at the right hand of God, with angels, authorities, and powers subjected to him. When he ascended on high, he took the captives captive. He gave gifts to people. But what does he ascended mean except that he also descended to the lower parts of the earth? The one who descended is also the one who ascended far above all the heavens to fill all things. He erased the certificate of debt with its obligations that was against us and opposed to us. and has taken it away by nailing it to the cross. He disarmed the rulers and authorities and disgraced them publicly. He triumphed over them through it. That is the account on this holy Saturday in Jerusalem and in the unseen. The world had a verdict on Saturday. Jesus of Nazareth was dead. The case was closed. The stone was a period at the end of a sentence. The chief priests were right to be satisfied if everything they understood about power and death was everything there was to know. But they sealed the wrong thing. They posted guards over a body that had already become something else entirely. They stamped a seal on a stone that was making time until Sunday morning. They secured a tomb, not knowing they were sealing themselves out. The disciples didn't know it either. That is the thing about Saturday that I never want to lose. The disciples were not waiting in patient faith, counting down the hours. They were hiding. They were grieving. They believed, with everything they felt, that it was over. Peter, who had wept bitterly in a courtyard the night before. John, who had stood at the foot of the cross and watched. The women, who had gone home to prepare spices because they expected to need them. None of them knew Sunday was coming. And yet, Sunday was coming. Not because they believed it, not because they were ready, not because they had earned it or hoped for it or even prayed for it in those specific hours. It was coming because He had said it would. And what He says happens. Don't let that land as information. Sit with it. Picture the tomb, the stone, the seal, the guards, the silence. From the outside, finished. From the inside, He is there, not still, not defeated, alive, at work. The world sealed itself out, and He is on the other side of that door, not waiting to be let out, already free. Now, bring your own sealed place before Him, the thing that feels finished, the silence you've been living in, the stone that hasn't moved. Fix your eyes on Him. He is already on the other side of it. Let Him speak into it. Stay with that. Tomorrow the stone moves. Tomorrow is Resurrection Sunday. Before dawn, the women go back to the tomb. They are carrying spices. They are expecting a body. They will not find one. Come into it already aware of His presence. I'll meet you there.